birthday. I'm walking home from school, feeling pretty much like anyone should on their birthday. I've been in year 6 for a week, the big bad world is at my feet, and I'm a year closer to teenagehood. When I look back on that little boy with the bowl haircut and the permanent look of mock scorn on his face, I was going through a phase of trying to look like Ian Hislop, which would last until I was about 14. I feel a strange mixture of embarrassment and affection. I remember the walk home well. Gave a cheery hello to the lollipop lady by the post office, Eileen, and strolled off the main road onto my street. Station Approach. That's Station Approach, full stop, as opposed to the nearby but entirely separate Station Approach Road. Wouldn't believe the confusion that caused in the days before GPS. As I approached the house, I pulled out my keys, the ones with the little Thomas the Tank Engine keyring on them. It was actually incredible. It was made entirely of metal and had these 2 little wheels on the bottom so you could scoot it across tables. Hours of fun. What I used to do is keep them in this little pouch, meant to look like a red London phone box. I used to pull them out of the pouch, hold it, and just sort of swing them round and round as I whistled my way home. I must have looked so cool. A modern-day Just William. I used my keys in the door and head straight for the living room, expecting cards, banners, or maybe, as was tradition, Thomas the Tank Engine birthday cake. Oh yes. Now, being 11, I was fully prepared for the revelation that I was by now far too old for this sort of thing. But, all the same, there was a small part of me secretly hoping to see Oliver, the 042 tank engine who bore the number 11 on the Isle of Sodor, in all his marzipan glory. But I didn't see any of that. Instead, I saw my mum, kneeling down in front of the TV, crying. I knelt down next to her and, with all the wit and subtlety of an 11-year-old boy, said, "What, has Diana died again?" "No," she said. "There's been a terrorist attack in America." "Oh," I said, not even blinking. "Nail bomb, was it?" I learned all about terrorism and nail bombs from one of those white supremacist attacks in Brixton that had been in the news. And clearly I saw this as an opportunity to show off. "No," she said, and just pointed at the TV. "Oh," I said. "They're sure it's not an accident then?" "Yes," she said. "Oh." So, when are we going to the restaurant? Everybody remembers where they were when they heard what had happened that day.
I was at the Sea Life Centre. Hockey practice.
I was in the car with my mum.
I was on the school bus.
Breaking beacons.
But for those of us who share a birthday with it, it's a much longer lasting experience. Every birthday I have now, probably for the rest of my life, I will celebrate it in the knowledge that the rest of the world is doing something quite different. At the time, I stood there in my front room, my school bag in hand, my eyes screwed up to emulate the wry gaze of Mr. Hislop. I couldn't help but feel angry about how unfair it all was. This was supposed to be my day, my birthday, and the whole world, including the waiters of the TGI Friday, by the way, terrible service, was obsessed with something that had happened 3,000 miles away. It wasn't fair. For a few days after it actually happened, I was repeatedly bullied at school for it somehow being my fault. Then, when my classmates began to grasp geopolitical news, it became known as my birthday present from Bin Laden. Every birthday since, it's impossible to miss it. Like I said, it feels like the rest of the world is doing something else. It's hard to enjoy a day of Laser Quest or a trip to a model railway exhibition if you know that when you get back that evening, the news will be showing the same old pictures over and over again, and that the world is frowning at you if you have a smile on your face. With every birthday I've got a little older, obviously. But also, I hope, gained a little bit more of the maturity necessary to try, like everyone else, to comprehend what happened that day. But all the same, that selfish little boy with the questionable haircut pops up every now and again, angry about how unfair it all is. I'll be 21 next month. But I know that as the glasses are raised and the speech is made, most of the people in that room are going to be thinking, has it really been 10 years?